Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Velmore. Today I am going to be bringing you two recipes from the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook. And these have a bit of a twist because the one recipe directly calls for the other recipe's inclusion. I will be making homemade English muffins, or the book refers to them as Ishgardian muffins, to create a smoked salmon sandwich. This is Salmon Muffins. Let's get started. So for my Ishgardian muffins, I am going to start with bread flour, whole wheat flour, sugar, salt, and active dry yeast. And I'm just going to mix that together real quick. Now in a separate bowl, I'm going to combine oat milk, water, and butter. And I'm going to heat that up until the butter melts, and then let it cool down just a bit before I mix it into the flour mixture. And now that my butter has cooled down, like I said, I'm going to add it into my flour mixture. And I'm going to stir everything together. And the dough should be just a little sticky, so it's still manageable and doesn't get all over your fingers. And then I am going to put my ball into a greased up bowl, brush a little oil over the top of it, and then cover in some plastic wrap. And I'm going to put it in the fridge for at least 12 hours. So I'll see you tomorrow. So now after letting my dough rise, I am going to pull it out onto my floured surface, punch it down a bit, and then I'm going to knead it into a ball. Now I am going to cover it and let it rest for about an hour. Now that that has rested for an hour, I'm gonna roll it out. And now I'm going to cut out my muffins. And then I'm going to put my muffins onto my cornmeal tray. And I am again going to cover this and let it rise for another hour. Now that those have rested a bit, I am going to add my muffins into my pan. And I'm going to cover them and let them cook on one side for about 5 minutes. And after flipping it over, I'm going to let it go for about another 3 or 4 minutes. So for this, I am going to chop some dill and slice an avocado. Now I am going to make what the book calls reunion cheese sauce. And that's going to start with ricotta cheese, lemon juice, and dill. And I'm going to mix that together. And then add a pinch of salt and some pepper. And one last thing before I put together my sandwich, I am going to cook up my greens. And I just want to cook them up for a couple minutes until they start to wilt. So now it's time to assemble. So I'll start with my muffin. Put some cheese sauce on either side. My avocado. Some smoked salmon. A bit more cheese sauce. And my greens, which in this case is spinach and arugula. This was an absolutely wonderful meal. The muffins were perfect. They were soft on the inside with that slightly crunchy exterior and were flavored well, and they were just delicious. And then with all the fillings inside, even better. The cheese sauce was lemony with a mellow dill flavor, which are two of my favorite flavors to combine with that salty, smoky salmon. And then the avocado gave it that little bit of extra creamy texture. Like I said, just absolutely wonderful. I hope you enjoyed. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at chef_Velmore. The links are in the description of the video. I'm also going to be adding a link to the YouTube channel for the Guild of Gluttony. A while back we did a one-shot D&D session with a few other Heroes Feast YouTubers, and the first part of that is now up on his channel. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and come on back next week for another recipe.